What's up guys, MegaDPAL here, bringing you a black to white 2 UU battle versus TehRaquaza2094. Here's a YouTube channel, his link will be down in the description bar below, so feel free to go check him out after the battle. This was actually a really fun battle, pretty haxy I must say, but still really fun. I had a lot of fun in the battle anyways, so yeah, it's gonna hopefully should be a lot of fun for you guys too. But looking at the team preview, he did tell me that he wasn't supposed to bring his Registeel, it's supposed to be a Victina and he's supposed to run in a hyper offensive team. But regardless of that, he's still running a very offensive team. There's a few potential threats. Is Mianxiao. I've got to basically find out what set he's running, and I can deal with it better from there. It does in fact have a Meloetta. And looking at my team, I only really have my Bronzong that can take a hit, and my Slowking. But if this thing starts setting up, then it's going to be a huge problem for me. And he also has a Sharpedo, which possibly could be a late game sweeper. So yeah, anyway, let's just get on to the battle. Alright, let's go. So I'm just going to lead out my Crobat, predicting to kind of lead out with either his Registeel or his Gligar, just get up his Rocks first turn, and I can taunt them and go from there. Bradley is out with his Mianxiao, and I don't want to risk him being Choice Scarf and go for that Stone Edge, so I'm just going to switch, go into my Bronzong, because even if it was a fake out variant, then I know I could take that and not too much this Mianxiao can actually do to me. So it does go for that Choice Scarf, revealing his, it does go for that Stone Edge, revealing his Scarf, so I'm just going to use this time to set up my Stealth Rocks. It brings in his Meloetta. I'm like, okay, even though I'm more physically defensive, Bronzong, I know that there's not too much this Meloetta should be able to do to me, so I'm just going to go for that Gyro Ball, because I don't want him to set up a free substitute, anything like that, as it does go for that sub, and I do manage to break it, which is cool. Here I'm like, okay, I really don't want this thing to set up, or it could be a problem, so I'm just going to go straight for that Gyro Ball again. As it goes for that Thunderbolt, 20% chance to paralysis, which he gets, and he gets the full paralysis, which is rather annoying, because I'm not be able to slam this thing with a Gyro Ball. That's pretty bad for me. I'm like, okay, now he's most likely going to try and set up more subs, hoping I get the paralysis. As he does this follow turn, goes to that substitute, then I go straight for that Gyro Ball just to break it, because I don't want this thing to get behind the sub at all, as it could be a problem. So I'm like, okay, here I believe this next turn, he's just going to go for that substitute again. Yeah, of course, he's just going to go for that sub again, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the full paralysis this turn. Again, once again, of course I do. So I did say this game was haxy, and it's all starting to happen now, as you can see. So either way, I'm just going to go straight for a Gyro Ball just to break the substitute this turn. I do believe it actually sets up Calm Mind. No, I should go for an Earthquake just to break it. I do score a crit on the sub, I'm not sure if that mattered, but either way, who cares? I deserve it. And he just sets up a Calm Mind in my face. I'm like, okay, this thing possibly could be quite scary. We're just going to go straight for that Thunderbolt. I know I can live it, of course, but again I get the paralysis. I'm not able to smash this thing with a Gyro Ball. I'm like, okay, look at how much that one did. I know I can live another, especially after the leftovers recovery, so I'm just going to go for that again. That Gyro Ball again. It actually goes for Thunderbolt, and of course it scores a critical hit, taking out my Bronzong, so this Meloetta is getting super haxy. But either way, I'm just going to send in my Mianxiao now, because I know I can outspeed playing Choice Scarf. Let's go for that U-turn. I actually thought this might kill, but surprisingly it doesn't. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go into my Slowking, because the obvious Psychic is super obvious. And I am special defensive Slowking, so I will be able to live a +1 Thunderbolt the following turn. But it does go for that Psychic. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to try and take this thing out now. As and like I said, I do know I can live a Thunderbolt, so I'm just going to go for that. He is just going to go for that even. I do live with that 100 HP, and I'm just going to go for that Scald. And would you believe it, I don't even kill because of that +1. And at this point, I was extremely surprised, and I have nothing under my team that wants to take a +1 Thunderbolt. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to sack my Slowking here, which is pretty annoying because of the haxy thing. This Meloetta should have been down, but it's all cool. And now I'm just going to send in my Victina, I do believe, just to go for that Scarf U-turn, take this thing out, and go into something from there, which I do. Finally take out his Meloetta, so it's 5-4 in his favour now, I do believe. I'm just going to send in my Crobat here, because looking at his team, it seems to be a pretty good matchup against everything. And it's basically going to force him to bring in this Mianxiao. I kind of was expecting him to go for that U-turn here, but I didn't want to risk it, so I just go into my own Mianxiao, because I know I can take Stone Edge or a U-turn. Yes, it does go for U-turn, predicting me switch on that out, so that's a nice play by him. Now he's going to go into his Registeel. I'm like, okay, I'll just hit this thing up with a high jump kick. I'm pretty sure it should be able to knock him out, because then it most likely probably more special defensive. because that's what Registeals are. Go for high jump kick, and it lives. And at the time, I thought this must have been min damage or something like that, but I calculated that was actually max damage. So Registeel bulky, and he's going to get off a T-wave on my Mianshao, so that's really annoying. The following turn is going to use that time to get up his Stealth Rocks, and I'm just going to go for high jump kick, land it, and take out Registeel, which is pretty nice for me. But my Choice Scarf Mianshao is now paralysed, so that's pretty bad. Here he sends in his Mianshao. I'm like, okay, I'm not too sure what he's going to do. He's actually reveals he's carrying the Aerial Ace, which is pretty cool, I guess, and he's going to take out my Mianshao. I guess that was kind of obvious with the way he's running it in, but either way, I didn't really need my Mianshao at that point, so I'm just going to send in my Crobat now, as he has nothing on his team that wants to take a Brave Bird. So I'm just going to go straight for it, switching out, brings in his Rotom Cut. I do a whole lot of damage to that thing, and as you will see, it is in fact lefty, so I'm like, okay, I know I can outspeed you again and just take it out with a Brave Bird, so that's what I'm going to do. My Crobat taking that thing out, which is great. Of course I get a useless crit, but oh well, what can you do? Either way, I believe he's going to send in his Sharpedo now. Yeah, he's just going to send that thing in. I'm like, okay, the obvious Protect is super obvious, which he does in fact go for. So what I'm actually going to do is just go straight for Roost. Roost on up to full HP, because I am a bulky Crobat. I know I can live it. Any hit from this thing, unless this thing sets up. So my plan here is just go straight for that U-turn out into my Tangrowth, because I'm pretty sure it can't really touch me. But it goes for that Water Form, crits me again, and I'm like, damn, is this ever going to stop? At this position I thought I was done for, but I'm looking at see, I'm like, okay, I'm not sure if he really has anything to touch his Tangrowth, unless he's carrying the Ice Fang, something like that. So I'm just going to go straight for that Sleep Powder, as he gets switching out there, brings in his Gligar. I guess he wants to try and indulge me with a Toxic, something like that, but I'm just going to put that thing to sleep, which is great for me. And what I'm going to do now is this following turn even is just go for that Leech Seed, just to get more residual damage on him, and just in case he did decide to switch one out of there. Seems to be a win-win situation for me, so that's pretty nice. And now I'm going to be able to weaken this thing down to the fact where I can go for HP Ice this following turn, because you guys all know this Tangrowth set. So I'm just going to go straight for that Hidden Power Ice, do a lot to this thing, bring him down into range where the Leech Seed will take him out. So I believe he's down to his last two now, his Sharpedo and his Mianshao, and I'm down to my Victina and my Tangrowth. Here he goes straight for that Crunch. So I know he doesn't have the Ice Fang, but he gets the defense drop. Kind of annoying, but I'm just going to go for that Sleep Powder and put this thing asleep. So that's pretty nice for me. What I'm actually going to do this turn is just go straight for that Giga Drain, I do believe, because I don't want to risk this thing setting up and getting more damage on my Tangrowth. So I'm going to go straight for that Giga Drain, and it doesn't wake up, which is great. And I am able to take out the Sharpedo, which is actually fantastic for me. I'm going to get a lot of HP back. Really nice for me. Now he is down to his last, his Mianshao, I do believe, and I'm back to full HP with my Tangrowth, like a boss. Yeah, he's down to his last, his Mianshao. He's just going to lock himself into high jump kick. I am at -1 defense, I still take that like a champ, but I missed the Sleep Powder, of course. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to switch it out there, get the Regenerate boost, go into my Victina to take a hit, and if my Victina dies, I will still have a chance to put this thing asleep. So even after the Stealth Rocks, the high jump kick isn't even going to be a 2-hit KO, which is great for me. He's going to go for high jump kick again. I live with 34 HP. I'm going to be able to retaliate back with a V-Create, taking this Mianshao down. So that is actually going to be my game 2-0, despite all the hacks. It was really fun. I actually really wanted to upload this. I had a lot of fun, so GG Rayquaza. Hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Don't forget to comment down below and subscribe for more. Hope you guys had a good time, because I know I did. Also, don't forget to check out my latest battle. Alright, see you later guys. Bye.